Hello, hello. Happy Friday afternoon. This is DJ Dan Aykroyd, and it's time for the KXSC Live Show. Today, we've got the Prickly Pear joining us live in the station, fresh from the desert. Without further ado, here's the Prickly Pear.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Lately, I've been looking like I need a stiff drink. Oh, Jesus in my life. I know you've been so sad. I don't mean to sound cruel, but I don't give up what you're thinking of. I miss you most nights, but I don't pray, 'cause I know God, He's not listening. Oh, cut it out. Straight through my eyes, spit it out. I'll be your rosemary. Send me to live in the country where no one will bother me. It'll give you peace of mind not to witness my decline. Be realistic, you are never mine.
Rosemary, for example, is one that really Irene Green, stage name, wrote. And that's a pretty angsty song, I would say. I mean, it's not hard. It's not like we have to think to ourselves, oh no, this song isn't angsty enough. Like,
Right.
we just kind of, our songs tend to be a little bit on the darker side, probably. I don't know. I think it's impossible to stop yourself from getting into the song, even if you're trying, you know. But musically, too, like, we always are conscious to add some elements that are not necessarily typical of what you would hear in a country song. Just, we want a little of this, a little of that. We never want to be just one thing, but at the same time, we do want to be able to fit into a category.
Oh, I've been this sad since I was 2 years old. I got it from my mother. And it's strange to me how bags of carbon and water can do so much damage to each other. Kept it all safe undercover. Oh, cut it out. Straight through my eyes, spit it out. I'll be your rosemary. Send me to live in the country where no one will bother me. It'll give you peace of mind not to witness my decline. Be realistic, you are never mine. It'll give you peace of mind not to witness my decline. Be realistic, you are never mine.
I actually wrote it while I was at USC. I don't remember why I found out about this, but I was reading about Rosemary Kennedy, and it kind of inspired and I at the time was learning guitar, so I was like, oh, I only know a couple of chords, so I'm gonna try to write a song, like just see if I can do it based off of this story that I had read. And yeah, that's kind of how it was born.
Are you familiar with the Rosemary Kennedy story?
Tell us.
Oh, okay.
Well, she was a sibling of JFK, I believe. And basically, from a young age, she was kind of, you know, a troubled kid, maybe rebellious, very, you know, her father didn't approve of her, and obviously their image was very important. So at the time, they decided to lobotomize her, unfortunately, yes. And as it does, it reduced her to a very, you know, she wasn't her vibrant self anymore.
It didn't really help.
It didn't help her case, yes.
As you might guess.
She unfortunately passed away in upstate New York.
But she lived a really long life,
a very long
which is kind of sadder. Like, she just lived the vast majority of her life basically just totally incapacitated and out of public view.
Yes. But yeah, so I don't know. I thought that was a story maybe people could relate to. You know, maybe the first, not
We've
the
all
lobotomized.
been there, right?
We haven't been lobotomized, but you know, the idea of maybe not being your parents', you know, favorite or whatever.
Yeah, and feeling like someone would be happier if you just kind of went away.
Yeah.
You know?
Bummer.
Well,
so that's why we call it Angsty Americana. Sometimes Americana needs some angst. You know, I don't want people thinking that we're the Lumineers. No offense. If you're the Lumineers and you're listening right now,
but yeah,
we'd love to open for them. But we wanted to just make it clear that it's like, I feel like sometimes there's a little bit of a lack of like deeper, raw emotion, and sometimes certain genre signifiers can just veer into like parody or pastiche with Americana, and so we just wanted to like bridge a gap from the kind of angsty, moody songs that we were writing and just bring a little bit of the twang into that without losing the actual expression of our feelings, you know?
I shiver in the shower till I summon the power to dress. Closed out at the bank, stop and fill my tank and head out to no fixed address. Don't come looking for me, I'm long gone. You don't wanna ride this road I'm on, so don't come looking for me. Now I'm eastbound and down one more one-horse town till I rest. I'm halfway through a smile, it's 40 more miles behind me, that same old sun sets. Now don't come looking for me, I'm long gone. You don't wanna ride this road I'm on, so don't come looking for me. Don't blame me too much when I fall out of touch, let it be. Borrowed time, stolen land, shoes full of sand wandering through a waterless sea. Don't come looking for me, I'm long gone. You don't wanna ride this road I'm on, so don't come looking for me. Don't come looking for me, I'm long gone, long gone.
I was a songwriting major in pop, and at that time, I was definitely folkier than a lot of the other people in pop, but I was not as much of an Americana branded project. It was kind of just like whatever song I write, that's what I write. So kind of a little more eclectic, more of some rock and psychedelic influences, I would say. I had a little three-piece band while I was here. I liked to call us Mason and the Jars. We played some house shows. We rocked. We did our share of rocking.
Yeah, I also went to USC. I was a vocal major. So we met in songwriting class, though. But yeah, back in the day, it sounds like not that long ago, but I was doing more like solo stuff as well, and I would say more pop rocky kind of vibes.
And like piano based.
Yeah, definitely piano stuff. So like in the vein that we're in now, but maybe a little bit.
More of like a lot more jazz chords.
Yeah,
although
jazz
we
chords.
still got some jazz chords, but more of them.
Daddy taught her how to shoot as soon as she could hold a spoon. Her mama skipped town with the oil man, but in the yard facing the alley grew some lilies of the valley. She'd give them water from a rusted oil can. In a town no bigger than a postage stamp, miles from the next off-ramp, the only thing to do is drink and fight. Daddy lost his job, started getting mean. Mary found some work at the Dairy Queen, where the boys would come to tease her every night. Mary's tears cover the ground, lining every street in town. Mary's tears. 17, she settled down. It seemed she'd never leave this town. Frankie said he'd love her all his life, but he spent most nights with Jim and Jack, living it up, shooting them back. He'd stagger home and wail on his wife. So Mary started saving cash till she had 1,000 in her stash, eyeing Daddy's shotgun on the wall.
So what kind of stuff do you guys have planned for the future? Are you guys moving?
Yeah, we are. We are moving. We're moving east, I guess. We're hopefully, our goal is to make it to Berlin within the year. But on the way...
It is our goal.
It's our goal.
If you're in Berlin and you're listening and you got a sublet or something...
let us know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're gonna start. We're kind of doing like a brothers tour. Like we're gonna stay with Mason's brother in Colorado for a bit and kind of get some writing done. And
yeah, kind of a writing retreat / if there's any like brewery or anything that wants to have us play for tips, that would be great.
Yes.
And then we're gonna spend some time in Nashville because they like country music over there.
And my brother also lives there. Yeah, so we'll be sleeping on couches, but it'll be cool. Yeah.
That's awesome. Are you like going to be releasing any more singles?
We definitely are. We have a lot of songs that are almost done in terms of recording them. We have a lot of songs that have like all of the band and everything, but are just missing lead vocals because we just put off recording vocals. And then we really need to get on that now that we have one single out. So I would say I would be very happy if we could release our next single in April or May. Hopefully April. Yeah, that probably the one that we played called The Long Parade will be our next single.
Yeah.
We will be playing at the Hotel Cafe in Hollywood on Friday, March 11th. And also, we have really been building our online presence. So if any of you Gen Z TikTokers are out there, yeah, find us on TikTok. We do a lot of covers and stuff that you wouldn't normally hear in our set.
Yes.
So we are the Prickly Pear Music on all platforms. PAIR. Little pun for you. Yeah, so check us out for updates on the internet.
She's selling flowers in the street, already withering from the humid heat.
This long parade I'm passing through leads to the grave where I'll be buried next to you. Pearls before swine, pull the wool over my eyes, 'cause I can't tell the truth in my own life.
Now what's become of the old place? She paints and powders over wrinkles on her face.
And I've never seen you in the light. Afraid I dreamed you of another fevered night. Pearls before swine, pull the wool over my eyes, 'cause I can't tell the truth from my own lies. Ooh. Pearls before swine, pull the wool over my eyes, 'cause I can't tell the truth of my own lies.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot for listening.
Yes.
I think that's going to be it for our set.
Yeah.